when divorcing your spouse is no longer an option. We'll be looking at that when we come back from this break. Stay with us. Joining us is the lifestyle edition of The Buzz, live on Galaxy Television. My guests are still not here. I don't know what's happening this afternoon. But the phone line is open, 070-422-34006. I'll take the number again, 070-422-34006. That is the number to use. You can call this line even as we talk about this very controversial and serious topic. Is there a time when divorcing your spouse is no longer an option? What we mean by that question is, is there a number of years, you've been with someone and divorcing that person is just no longer an option, just based on the fact that, we've lived this long together, where are we going? So I would like a contribution on that. Call the number and we're here. But then this particular question is riding on the trending story of Nigeria's billionaire businesswoman, I beg your pardon, Nigeria's billionaire businesswoman Folorunsho Alakija and her husband Modupe Alakija. According to reports we've been getting for the last couple of days online, both of them have gone their separate ways after over 30 years of marriage. Now, those are the number of years, that's the number of years they were married for. But for the time they've known each other, they've been friends, and all that is altogether about 48 years. All right. The woman is 72 years. The man is older than that, and now we're talking separation and divorce. According to reports, the couple had encountered significant challenges leading to their separation. Now, we further gathered that they no longer live together as man and wife in their home, their matrimonial home in Ikoyi, that's a part in Lagos State, despite both of them having been together this long, and I think they have about 4 children. Well, they reportedly have been experiencing frequent conflicts, prompting the woman, Folorunsho Alakija, to request privacy within her residence. All right. Now, this decision actually compelled the husband to move out and go get a place outside. He's living outside of their matrimonial home now, even though they're still within the same Ikoyi axis of Lagos. Now, however, a very close source to the couple claims that despite their public appearance, the couple's relationship has been strained for several years, and they have only just maintained a united front, primarily due to their public status. But it looks like the center can no longer hold anymore. So the news is out in the public. If you recall, was it last year, their son got married, and both of them actually came out, together as father and mother of the groom, and had the wedding and all of that. It was all pomp and pageantry, all everything, happened and all that. Nobody would have guessed, that there was trouble in paradise. All right, so 2 days ago, this news shook the internet, all right, because nobody saw it coming. But it is what it is. Now, as soon as this story broke online, a lot of people online have been commenting on this issue. Now, one of the things people are talking about is the length of this marriage, the duration. It's been over 30 years of them being together as a couple. They've known each other, been together as friends, and much more for over 48 years. That's like a lifetime. Why are you separated? What is the issue that cannot be resolved, that, we have to divorce each other at this point in time, at old age? All right, there are several allegations online pointing to infidelity. I'm not even going to go there because they are not proven. All right, people are just guessing, if this is what happened. So is there a time when divorce is no longer an option? Your contribution is needed. I think there's a caller online already. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, are you there? Please, when you do get through on the line, first thing you do is reduce the volume of your television set, all right, so we don't have issues with the audio. All right, so you can call that line and let's have your inputs on this particular issue. Should couples who have been together for this long, should divorce still be an option for them no matter what the issue is? And if your answer is yes, give me a reason why. Why do you think they should separate and live separate lives regardless of how long they've been together as a couple? Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right. Yeah, let's hope more calls will come in, okay? While we're waiting for calls to come in and react to this story, really, the story leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm just very saddened, you know, when a love story turns sour. I don't like it, and I don't think anybody particularly likes it, but sometimes things are just the way they are, okay? You don't plan some of these things, but they just happen. While that is trending online, this morning we had reports that Folorunsho Alakija has reportedly received over 10,000 marriage proposals within 24 hours after she announced her separation from her husband. You see, Nigerian men are very funny. All right, so this is a woman who is just separated from her husband, and in 24 hours, over 10,000 men have already started proposing, all right, to her. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be funny or not, okay, but I don't think she's going to take anybody serious because this is not just the time for it. So your calls can still come in. While that is trending online, a certain video also has been trending for a couple of days now. You know, for a while on this program, we've been talking about the effect of this Japa syndrome on Nigerian marriages, okay? There's been stories everywhere about how marriages that were seemingly good here, you know, once the couple go abroad, the next thing is the woman is filing for divorce or kicking the man out, or the man is writing stories all over social media complaining that the wife is now unruly. There's always an issue. In fact, in some more very sad stories, we have actually seen the men actually killing their spouses, you know, as a result of domestic violence. It takes many shapes. Now, this video has been trending for a couple of days. Hello, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My question.
Is there a time when divorce is no longer an option? You know, like a couple that has been together for over 30 years. They've lived together for over 30 years. Should they still be considering divorce no matter what the issue is?
No, it's not good.
Why is it not good?
Hello?
Why is it not good? Why do you think they shouldn't divorce?
Because they are glad together. They need to talk to themselves because they are not only a child. And they have given to a child that have gotten married to another person. That's why I say they should not divorce.
What about if maybe I'm the woman and I want my peace of mind and the man is not giving me peace anymore and I just choose to be on my own, you know, so that I can be happy? How about that? Does that matter?
No,
It doesn't matter.
no, I don't get that.
It does not matter.
No, it's not fair.
All right. You didn't tell me your name though and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Alaba. My name is Kadu Khalid.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. All right, the phone line is still open. All right, we'll come back to the phone lines in a bit. While this Alakija story is trending online, this video too has been trending seriously, and it's on these Japa marriages and how her husband and the wife have been digging it out because of some changes. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. All right, we lost that call. Okay, we'll come back and take more calls, but first, let's go and see this video, then we'll come back and let you know that that is not a skit. It's not a skit, it's a real life situation. Husband and wife left Nigeria. They are now in Canada, and the social indices have changed, okay? Here in Nigeria, the wife is supposed to, even if you work, you come back, you cook, you clean, you do literally everything, all right? And everybody sees it as normal. But once you leave the shores of this country and you move abroad, the whole thing changes. The dynamics are not the same. And that's because everybody has to hustle over there. It's not like we're not hustling here. We're all hustling here anyways, but it's just different, you know, over there, because here, a husband and a wife can be working and you can have a maid, okay? You can have maybe some relatives living with you who chip in to help you, you know, along the way and all. There's so many options. You can leave your baby with a nanny. You can do so many things to help along. But abroad, it's not so. Even though those services are available, you know, you pay through your nose. So everybody is looking for ways to do things and cut costs and all of that. So in that video, the man works, the woman works, they share the bill 50-50. And I think the woman came back from work and the husband had done literally nothing, even though he was home. And of course, she fled up and asking him, "You're at home, what are you doing?" and all that. And the man is still, you know, sounding like a Nigerian husband who is in Nigeria, which is where the problem is. And that made the woman to say, you carry your entitlement mentality from Nigeria, you carry it here to Canada. Of course, you heard all of that in that video. So who is right, who is wrong? It's not even about who is right, who is wrong in this regard, because if we go that route, I'm going to hear a lot of funny things. But the thing is, this is where most of the problems with Japa marriages, where it stems from. A lot of Nigerian men, when they leave Nigeria, they don't leave, you know, everything Nigerian. They still carry all the traditional beliefs, the traditional expectations of what a wife should be or not be with them abroad. And when you get abroad, for the woman, a lot of the dynamics are not the same. You are left with little or no choice, you know, but to chip in 100, just like your man too. So the little you expect is that the man should also contribute in little ways to help around the home. For instance, what if I'm on duty and the man is at home with the kids? Won't you wash? Won't you cook? Won't you clean? Is it because you're a man? Then when I come back from my shift and you go on your shift, you expect me to still do everything 100%. Somehow it just doesn't feel fair. Let me use the word fair to the woman. I know that a lot of our men don't find it funny being in the kitchen and all that, which is where the place of social re-engineering is coming in. The way we are raising the boys of today should be different from how we raise the boys of yesterday. The boys our mothers raised, who became our husbands, that are giving so many problems like this because they were not domesticated. A whole lot of them, they don't know how to do these things, and they don't even think it is even their responsibility to start with, because they are always exempted from housework because he's the son, he's the male child. But these days, social re-engineering is changing the narrative. You need to unlearn what you have previously learned and relearn the new way of doing things. What is the new way? The new way of doing things is, if you have a male child and you have a female child, as you're teaching your male children to cook, teaching your female children to cook, teach your male children to cook also. Cooking is not a role for man or for woman. It is a survival skill. If you know how to eat as a human being, you should be able to put together a meal for yourself at least, all right? So teach your male children as you're teaching your female children That is the advice out there. All right? A man can sweep. It will not diminish him. All right? It won't dent your ego. It will not reduce you from an odogu to a non-odogu. If you actually sweep the house you live in, a man can lay the bed. You can make your own bed. It does not reduce or take anything from you. This is where the issues always start from. Now they've had this quarrel. Tomorrow they have this quarrel. Before you know it, violence comes into it. Then before you know it, God forbid, one kills the other one, or one is calling the police on the other one, or one is throwing out the other party, and then they keep pushing the narrative that Nigerian women, when they cross abroad, they become headstrong. I particularly don't believe in that. I don't think that is always the issue. I know there might be some rare cases of some women who just are not, but that is not always the case. It's just a woman who is crying out for help. Help me a little. That's what most women actually want. Can you actually be looking after the other baby while I'm dressing this one up for school? Can you help me just comb the hair of that one? Can you help me pack the lunch of your son while I'm attending to the baby? That is all most women are really crying for. And most times when these women have said it over and over again and you don't hear it, then it becomes something else. Because the next time they're going to say it, they won't say it politely. I think it's just how a woman is wired. All right, so that video has been trending and a lot of comments have been going online to that video. All right, so at this point, I think it's safe for me to say that my guests are not going to turn up in the studio today, regrettably, all right, because I actually wanted us to discuss all of these topics on the program this afternoon. But it is what it is. Sometimes on a live show, these things happen. All right, so I'm going to draw the curtains on the show for today. While I say thank you to those who tried to call in. I had some jammed calls that I couldn't pick. Thank you, and thanks to that person who did call into the show. All right, so sorry, we're ending it here. Tomorrow, same time by God's grace, we'll be back on the show. And since it's Friday, it's going to be a recap of entertainment stories that have trended the entire week according to social media. Thank you for watching again. And once again, Ramadan Kareem to all our Muslim viewers. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.